All right, guys, we're live, and I am so excited to be going live today with Christy. Before, as people start hopping on, remember I'm going to be doing a prize giveaway of our pre-workout. So remember to stay until the end and comment stay until the end so that I actually know like who I can put in the prize drawing. And then tomorrow I'll go live and give you guys the see who's gonna be the winner. And then another thing too, remember that this is gonna be more of like our stories and why we decided to become coaches and all of that. But for more information on like what we actually do and stuff like that, just get back to your coach who invited you to this and they'll send you the second video. So, all right, who's on here? We're getting some viewers. Where are you guys tuning in from? All right, let's see. I know we got some Vegas people here. We got some East Coast people here. Thanks for hopping on. So let's get into it, right? If you guys had an extra like $500 a month, what would you do with it? Like, what would that mean to you and your family? Would that mean paying off a credit card? Would that mean you guys get to go on your, dream family vacation? Like, what would that extra $500 do for you and your life where you are right now? Okay, we got Portland in the house, Chicago. Christy, our team is like all over the place because we're military too, so and then we're from New York, and then we lived in Vegas, so we got Texas in the house. Okay. So let me just get started because I know everyone has busy lives and got stuff to do. So what is coaching, right? This is the What is Coaching open house. And I know you guys see us doing, inviting to these fitness groups all the time, and you see us posting these shakes and this thing that I call hype juice. Some people call it unicorn juice or whatever. Like, you see us posting all this stuff, inviting to these groups, posting before and afters. You're like, what is this coaching thing? And the first thing that I want to say is you do not have to be a personal trainer to become a coach on our team. You don't have to be a nutritionist. You can be those things, but you don't have to be an expert in health and fitness to want to help someone. So I know that was like one of the biggest things that when I first signed up, I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't even work out. Like, who's going to want my help, So I just want to like debunk that right away. Because a lot of people hear the word coach and they're just like, oh no, I can't do that. Like, I'm not at my goal weight, or I'll wait till I'm there and then I'll think about doing that. And honestly, I've learned that the most successful coaches in this business are the ones who are authentic and they share their journey from the beginning. And honestly, those people I feel like are more relatable. So another one to debunk right away, you do not have to be like at your goal weight to be a coach on our team. So yeah, remember, comment stay to the end so you don't miss out on the prize drawing, and then get back to your coach for the second video. And then let's see, as far as like the workouts and stuff like that, you guys have probably heard of some of the workouts that we've done, like the older ones, P90X, Insanity, T25 is the one that I started with, and then some of the newer ones that we're doing right now, like Morning Meltdown 100. I know we all started that like 2 days ago. Today's day 2 for me. But yeah, so just so that you guys get a little background, that's the company, Beachbody's the company that we're affiliated with, and we basically help connect people to using these products and living a healthier lifestyle. So yes, it is a health and fitness company. You do have to want to live a healthier life to be a coach. You gotta first be a product of the product and walk the walk. You want to use the stuff, but you have to also want to help people and share that with people. And like a little bit about me, I started this 5 years ago. I'm a military spouse. My husband's in the Air Force. I was actually going to college full-time for speech therapy, and at the time we lived in Las Vegas, so I worked on the Las Vegas Strip at like a jewelry store, and I used to sell jewelry. And I did this part-time. So this can be done in the cracks of your day, like on your phone. We all have Facebook. If you're on here, we all have Facebook. We have social media. Like, why not use it to inspire and help other people and work on yourself too, and earn an extra income, right? And so yeah, I started this 5 years ago, part-time, and I had a little bit of weight to lose. I lost about 15 pounds using the programs. And then I had a baby. My son is about to be 1 year old now. And I ended up losing the postpartum weight too, which was about like 35 pounds. So I know I have my own testimonies. I know that it works, and I've helped a lot of people, and a lot of you guys that are watching right now are in my groups. But yeah, so fast forward, I started using the product, sharing my journey. And, I started realizing that like I was going to school for something that really wasn't gonna give me the lifestyle that I envisioned for myself. And as a military spouse, we have to move like every 3 to 4 years. And guess what happens when you move? You lose out on income. The spouse, you don't get to build your career, like stay in one place and try to work up the ladder like normally people do. So I had to think about all those things, and I realized with the path that I was going on, like I wouldn't be able to be a stay-at-home mom. Although I didn't grow up with a stay-at-home mom or a lot of women that were, and I've always loved working. Or like I've always been an ambitious person, but I started realizing like, wow, if I do that, then when I do have kids, I will have to go to work and then miss out on raising them. So all of those things like were going through my head as I was doing this, part-time, and I decided like maybe like 2 years in that I really wanted to run with this and make it like a full-time business. And I'm so glad that I did, because like I said, I have a son now. I'm able to stay home with him. I'm able to work. Right now, this is called work. Like, I'm working right now. Me and Christy are working right now. And it's fun. Like, it's exciting. Yes, it takes hard work, but it's definitely worth it for like the lifestyle that comes with it, But less about me. Let's move on to our amazing guest speaker. We have Christy here, who is a 15-star diamond. I know you guys, for those of you guys that are not coaches on here, you probably don't understand what that means, but she's basically like at the highest level in our company right now. She's a 15-star diamond in her first business center. She has multiple business centers. She's a 5-star diamond, a 3-star, a 2-star, and then a diamond coach. She's 100 months in Success Club, meaning she is 100 months consistently back-to-back helping people with their health and fitness goals. And then she's also achieved the Millions Club or Legacy Club, which is, only a small percentage of people can say that they're in that club. And she's also a 7-time elite coach. So I'm so excited to bring you on, Christy, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to get on here and help our team out and, just tell your story and hopefully inspire some people to hop on board with us,
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Hopefully everyone can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's kind of low, this laptop. Can you guys hear her? Can you give me a thumbs up? Let's see if anyone... I think you're good. But yeah, could you just start with telling us a little bit... Oh, and by the way, this is going to be my first time really listening to Christy's story, so I'm even excited to listen to... Where were you before you decided to become a coach? Like, what was your life like? Were you like always this like fitness person, like all of that stuff?
No. So I always have to take it back. Whenever someone asks my story and like what brought me to coaching and why I got started, and it really started. If you've ever followed Tony Robbins tonight, something that he always says is life is happening for you. A lot of times struggles or things happen to us and we think they're happening to us, but they're actually happening for us. if we look at them that way, if we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. And I didn't know that obviously as an 8-year-old child, but when I was 8 years old, my dad and my grandparents beat my mom up in front of my brother and I. And
Wow.
my mom was thrown in jail because they said that she beat them up. I'm not sure how that happened.
Mhm.
But she woke up the next morning with bruises all over her body. And from that moment forward, it changed the trajectory of my life because we had been a very wealthy, well-off family. I was 8 years old. We had everything. We didn't struggle at all. Like, not that I knew of, right, as a child. We had boxer puppies. I showed horses. And in that instance, like, we pretty much lost everything. I didn't know it at that moment and in that day as I saw this happening. But my parents divorced. My dad sold everything. He didn't want to have to pay my mom child support. He was going to have to pay her $5,000 a month in 1993. So that'll give you an idea of how well my dad was doing at the time.
Wow.
So he left the state, and my mom moved us into these low-income apartments. We had lost everything in there. One day I came home, and I was a soccer player, and I said, Mom, there's a soccer tournament, and, you know, if I don't play in these tournaments on the club team, then they won't start me, you know, during the year and playing regular sport, you know, the regular soccer season. And it was $5 for the soccer tournament, and that night she cried herself to sleep. And I could hear her sobbing through the walls of our apartment, and I remember it so vividly. And that moment, I never asked my mom for money again. The money she had in her purse was for our lunches, which was 40 cents. And, you know, she just didn't have the money for the soccer tournament. So fast forward, I worked multiple jobs through high school. I worked multiple jobs through college. I put myself through college. I went into debt, $100,000. Graduated college. In college, something happened. I had always been a really positive person. I had always wanted to protect my mom. Living in low-income apartments, I was like, it's all right, Mom. We're in town now. We get to go and play with the kids, and I don't have to be stuck on a farm like 45 minutes away from everybody. Like, this is cool.
Yeah.
I always saw the silver lining. In college, I went through a major depression. I gained 30 pounds in a matter of 2 months. That was 30% of my body weight at the time. I'm very short.
Wow.
And I went from being a 4.0 student to not even getting out of bed and going to class. And I called my mom and I said, I won't do this to you because I don't want you to cry yourself to sleep, but I want to end my life. And I'm like, there's no reason for me to live in this moment. Like, I have nothing to live for. I don't feel anything. It wasn't even that I cried or was upset about things. There was just no feeling towards life, no happiness, no frustration, like nothing. I just didn't want to get out of bed. And, but I was also a fighter. So I was like, there has to be a solution. They put me on medication. I stopped taking it. I still felt numb. The medication didn't to help me personally. I know it does a lot of people, but it wasn't doing anything for me. And so I did tons of research, and I found that, and I started seeing counselors, and fitness and nutrition were something that helped. And I did everything the wrong way, which is why I love Beachbody so much. I did everything the wrong way before I found the right way. I starved myself. I thought that I had to, not eat to be able to lose weight. I took fat burners. I took weight loss pills. Like, anything that was a quick fix, which is why I get so frustrated by the marketing out there at quick fixes, is because I believe that. It seems so dumb looking back, like so silly that I would believe that starving yourself is the way, but that's what I did. When I started workouts, they were 10 minutes a day, 4 days a week, and I hated every single one. I was not into fitness, but that 10 minutes, that habit of 4 days a week, 10 minutes a day, turned into 20 minutes, 4 days a week, turned into 30 minutes, turned into 60 minutes, turned into 6 days a week, turned into 7, and fitness and nutrition had saved my life. It helped me overcome depression. I graduated college, and I went into finance. I was working as a financial advisor, and looks like a really cool job. Promise it wasn't. And I was still, I live in California, and at the time I lived in one of the most expensive cities other than San Francisco, in San Luis Obispo. And we were living, paycheck to paycheck. I could barely afford my rent, let alone if I needed new tires on my truck. I was tired of going to the gas station and having to look in my bank account to see if I could put enough money in to get to and from work that week.
Dang.
Putting in $10 at a time and then waiting for the next paycheck to come through, and not driving, not being able to travel to see my family. Like, all these things were adding up. And I felt like depression was creeping back in again, not like a chemical depression that I went through before, like a chemical imbalance, but more of a like, this is all there is to life, going to work, the bills, but never really living. Like, I just wasn't going to have it. And so when coaching fell in my lap, when I was invited to this opportunity, I needed extra income. Fitness had saved me, and I was like, wait, I get to help other people and use proven products to help them get results, and they don't have to go about it the hard way and the wrong way. Like, this is real fitness and nutrition. This is a plan laid out for someone. Like, sign me up.
So did you have any, like, I mean, it sounds like you were so short. Did you have anything in you, like any doubts or were you just like, all right, like, let's go?
So when I started coaching, I was like super excited right at the beginning, right? I dove in. There were only 5 training videos back then. Nobody, there wasn't a lot. But I did those 5 training videos, and I was like super pumped about it. And then I had to actually start, right? Like, dive in, post something to social media. And that's when the fear creeps in. And a few things. First was when I looked at my coach office and I hadn't helped anybody. It said 0.
Yeah.
0 customers, 0 people on my team. And I was like, who am I to think that I can be successful? Like, literally. And I sat back and I was like, I should just quit now, because this isn't going anywhere. Like, I'm at 0. And it just seems like so far to go, right?
Yeah.
But then I took a step back and I thought, okay, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? Truthfully, where do you want to be? And I'm like, I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to be in the same situation at a job that I've been at for 4 or 5 years, that they're telling me I'm going to earn more and that I'm going to get to 6 figures and I'm not even close, right? Like, there was no plan laid out for me to get there. This gives me a laid out plan that says if you do X, Y, and Z, you earn X, Y, and Z. Like, I needed that. I also wanted to have an impact. And I was tired of having 15 days of vacation a year. If you guys are happy with that, that's cool, but I wasn't. Like, I wanted, like, literally, I lived 3 to 4 months in another town. Like, I'm in Tahoe. I'm at our cabin right now. I live here for 3 to 4 months a year.
That's awesome, man.
It's crazy because we have like friends and family visiting every single week. I have a friend coming up tomorrow. And I just had family leave yesterday. So like, my summer vacation is like a long summer break that kids get. And that's like what I dreamed of. I will work hard. I will do the work, but I want to be able to play hard. And so I took a step back and I thought, okay, well, sure, you can give up now because it says 0 and because you have a long way to go, or you can do a little bit every single day and get ahead of everybody else that's sitting on the couch.
And that was going to be my next question, because, I mean, you were working full time when you started this. And I know a lot of people, their biggest thing is, oh my God, like, I just don't know if I could add something else to my plate. So how did you build this? I mean, you're in the Million Club, Legacy Club, like, you built a huge business, I mean, on your phone, like social media.
Well, so a couple things. One is success isn't convenient. I mean, if you want it, it's not convenient. And so it wasn't that it was convenient, but I figured out where I could plug it into my life. So I was working full time. I was training for an Ironman triathlon. I had a brand new relationship. You know how much brand new relationships take time, right? And I dove in with coaching. I also was actually taking a ton of tests and things and studying to go back to get my master's. And I did all of it. I got accepted to all the colleges and turned them all down because I was like, no, I'm doing this. After months, I knew this was it. But so when I started, I would wake up at 4 a.m. every day. Nobody wants to hear that, but that's what I did because I was so busy. That was the time that I had to work my business. So 4 to 5 a.m., I would work my business. On my lunch break, I actually took lunch breaks and would work my business. Those 10-minute breaks that you're required to take by law in California, never took them. I started taking them. I would work my business. So I literally built my business an hour in the morning, an hour at my lunch, and 10-minute breaks. And I did that for a year and a half. And my part-time income with coaching surpassed my full-time income in the financial industry in a year.
Wow.
And you not guarantee any level of success or income. You have to work for that. And it wasn't, I mean, when you look at that, 2.5 hours a day, would you give 2.5 hours a day to your dreams? I mean, we give 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week to another company for them to keep us stuck for 5, 10, 15, 40 years. Like, what I am paid now, what I earn now in one day would have taken me so long working for somebody else.
Wow. I mean, it's so true, everything that you're saying, man. I mean, if you want it, it's going to be inconvenient sometimes, but it's all worth it. I mean, the lifestyle, like I say, that comes along with putting in that hard work, especially, not that it, you know, like, especially in the beginning, is going to feel like that more.
Well, and I think if you really focus on what you want, see, our brains tend to go to what we don't want. I don't want to be broke. I don't want this to be scary. I don't want someone to judge me, like whatever. You focus on that instead of focusing on what you do want. Because what we focus on expands. So every day, every single morning while I was driving to work, because I had to be to work at 6:30. So at 6 a.m., while I got in my car to drive to work, I would listen to personal development on the way to work. I would listen to our National Coach Wake-Up Calls on the way to work. And I would hear from people that were already successful, because we are who we surround ourselves with. If you are surrounding yourselves with 5 broke people, you're going to be the 6th broke person. You're surrounding yourself with 5 overweight people, you're going to be the 6th. Even if you're not yet, you will be. Because just as humans, we connect with other humans and we tend to follow the herd. It's a herd mentality.
Yeah.
So I needed to focus on what I wanted for my life, and the easiest way for me to do that, to make it really simple, was to listen to successful people every single day on my way to work, which did this amazing thing. Every day I was hearing stories of successful people and the things they had overcome, and the struggles that they had and what they did to overcome those struggles. And so I was learning how to focus on what I wanted for my life instead of what I didn't want.
Preach, man. Let's end the call right here. But I mean, I know we've been on for a while, so let's I guess end it with, how has this impacted your life? Like, I mean, you kind of said a little bit
so
already,
many ways.
but
One of the ways, I just got chills, because one of the ways you wouldn't think about is my confidence. When I started this, I was afraid of what everybody thought. I would have a conversation with someone and replay everything in my head that I said and what I could have said differently, and how they were judging me and what would they think of me. And I just didn't have confidence to be myself. And so a lot of times I didn't have confidence to speak up. And now I have this confidence that, I mean, people can say the worst things in the world to me, and they might knock me down for a second, but I've learned to get back up so quickly. And this business has given me that, because in going after my goals and dreams, I've learned so much about who I am along the way, and it's a confidence that can't be taken away. Like, I had to build this, I had to work for this. I worked for it in those 1 to 2 hours every single day that I was building my business, and that's one of the greatest gifts, because I'm so much happier in who I am, and like I said, that can't be taken away. Other ways, though, like, I retired myself, I retired my husband, and one of my biggest things that I love is the freedom. And I'm going to give you a couple examples, because I think it'll really speak to some people. Is that my husband, after about 2 years of being retired, decided he wanted to go back into the area that he works, which is city and regional planning. And he got an interview, and he went in, and it was a full-time position, and he went to day one of the job, and I was like, like, we have a pretty cushy life here. We take vacation when we want. You're not going to be able to do that. Day one, he came home and he was in tears, and he said, I just can't do this. I can't sit at a desk 40 hours a week. And I'm like, babe, we don't need the money. What do you want? What do you want? And he's like, well, I really want to work like a couple days a week and do this because it gives me purpose, and be able to not have to work the other 2 or 3 days a week, and have a flexible schedule. And I said, go in and ask for that. Go in and ask for that. And he walked into the office and he asked for it. And they're like, okay. And he now earns more part-time than he used to earn full-time. And he gets to do what he loves, and he gets to do it
Wow.
on his schedule.
That is so awesome.
That is something that's like, yes, we've earned Millions Club and multiple millions, and again, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income, but the cool thing is, like, we own multiple properties, 7 properties now, and we're able to build passive income as well, but we're selling a house and buying another one right now.
Mm-hmm.
And in selling the one house, we get to buy the first house before the other one sells. Like, we don't have to wait because we wanted this house. We're not having to wait. And it might seem really simple and basic, but those are the stressors that come up in our life.
Yep.
That we worked really hard to have that freedom and not have those stressors.
Wow. I mean, I totally agree when you were saying the confidence thing, because I always tell my team, like, even me doing this live right here, guys, if you would have met me when I first started this, I would have said, hell no, I am not doing that live. Like, that's too scary. What if people, I mess up and I say something? Now I'm just like, all right, let's go, So you definitely, the personal growth, I think, is one of the most, like, when you take a step back and look at it and be like, oh my God, like, I've grown so much as a person, So
when you go after what you want in your life, you grow into the person that you need to become to reach those goals, and this business holds you accountable to that.
Awesome, man. I mean, I totally agree. So lastly, what would you say, like, what would be one thing that you could say to anyone that's, like, on the fence about joining us and, like, actually going for it,
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's a tough one, because I feel like what makes a person successful in this business is that you have a reason to start. If you want to lose 5 pounds, if you want to lose 15 pounds, if you want to earn $500 extra for your family, if you want to earn 6 figures, if you want to earn 7 figures, if you want flexibility to take a vacation or money to take your family on vacation, like, whatever it is you want, focus on that. Everything else can be taught. Like, all those fears and doubts that are running in your head right now, I learned all those things. They're all learnable. And as a parent, especially, this really pisses me off. As a parent, I'm not a parent, but I'm an aunt. But as a parent, we sit there and tell our kids, you can be anything, you can do anything. When they learn to walk, they walk a couple steps, they fall down. They walk a couple steps, they fall down. And before you know it, they're running. It's a learned thing. But as we age, for some reason, we have all these, we've taken, we've seen everything that's happened, and we start collecting bad data in our heads, like bad data.
Yeah.
There is infinite possibility for every single one of you watching this video, but if you don't take that step forward to learn what you need to learn to make those goals and dreams that you have possible, like, that's on you. Like, you're the only one that can control that. You're the one that has to hit that button to start. And once you start, you have a team supporting you to help teach you everything you need to know and everything you need to learn.
Yep.
Because you can figure it out. But if you're telling your kid they can do anything, they can learn to walk, so can you. Like, you can learn to build this business. It's not rocket science. I mean, I tell my husband every day, it's crazy what we get to do, the impact we get to have, the lives that we get to change, the people that we get to help just feel healthy and happy and, like, actually live their life instead of passing away at 30 years old from a heart attack because they didn't know how to take care of themselves. Like, we get paid to do that. That's crazy.
Yep. It's nuts, man.
We get to take this business as far as we want, or we can just focus on our own health if that's what you need for your life.
Exactly. So that was perfect. Thank you for sharing your story with us and, being so open and honest and authentic and sharing, like, being brave to share that, what you shared today. So yeah, guys, thank you for hopping on. Remember, comment stayed until the end. So I know for the prize drawing, someone's going to get a sample of our favorite pre-workout. We love this. And then reach out to the coach that invited you here, and we have some more info to send to you. I'm like, sorry, I'm like reading the comments over here. But all right, guys, thank you, Christy, for getting on, and thank you, everybody.